everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be mostly knitting content and most all of it. Only thing that you're going to see my wig sisters will see is this beautiful Ariella wig by Belle Madame in rusty red. And she's a beauty. She's very lightweight, very easy to wear, and I just love her, and she's just put on and go. Really, that's what I like about her. And she's very lightweight. You can wear her summer, winter, all year round. So okay, today I'm here to show you the cashmere scarf that I finished. The lead-in thumbnail I will get to later and explain to my wig sisters what a hoe is. But this is about this cashmere scarf, and I'm going to have to pull my phone down so you can see this beautiful. It's very lightweight and wispy, but very warm because it's cashmere. The yarn is Jojo Land, I believe. It was a gift many years ago, several years ago. And I just never had knitted anything with it because I didn't know what I was going to do. And finally I decided I'm knitting that yarn up, I'm finding a pattern, and I'm going to knit a scarf with it. So that's what I did. The pattern is Evelyn Clark, an Evelyn Clark pattern, and I can't remember. Oh wait, I have it. Hold on. I have it right here. It is Evelyn Clark, and this is backwards, Swallowtail lace shawl. And my fingers in front of the camera and everything. This is just lovely. Anyway, that's what it is. And I don't know where I got the pattern, when I got the pattern. It was in my pattern stash. And so that's I'm sure you can look it up online. I'm sure it's still available. I don't know if it was I don't know if I bought it, if it was a free pattern, I have no idea. Evelyn Clark, probably I bought it. But anyway, isn't this beautiful? I just love this. I love this scarf. It's just very pretty. This is a triangular scarf, and I'll take it off and show you what its shape is and what I've done to the pattern. And I usually wear mine like this, just the triangle in front and then wrap the tails around and do this. But you can use a shawl pin. You can, any way that you wear your triangular scarves, you can wear this that way. Any way you wish, but it is very lovely. It's a lovely lightweight. It's like butter. It's just lightweight and barely there, but it is warm as all get out. It is so warm. I mean, it's like I'm sweating to death right now. It's so warm. So I'm going to take this baby off, and I'm going to show you what she looks like. Phew! Okay. She's just a triangular shawl. I blocked her out, and she looks so pretty blocked out. Let's get to the ends. And then all the way, I can't really see, but all the way across the pattern. And you can see there's some little French knots that I put in the pattern across there. That is where in her pattern she calls for nups, and I hate nups. I don't like to do nups. Nups are not my favorite thing to do, and it was a large area that she wanted you to do these nups. And so I thought, oh man, that will take me forever. And it wasn't that necessarily, it was just that they just slow your knitting down so much, and I just have never been fond of nups. So nups being NUPPS. Oh, hold on. Okay, I got a phone call which stopped everything, and not sure where I left off, but I think I was telling you that NUPPS, NUPPS, And these are not, I've folded this shawl now, but these are not popcorn. No, what I said they were. I said they were French knots. They're not. They're popcorns. Popcorns. And so popcorns are different. Knitters know the difference, and so that's what those are. I just did a few of them because I didn't want the whole. I just didn't want the whole section of those, and so I changed. That was the change I made in the pattern. I also, because this was a very, very small pattern, I think for 400 yards of yarn, I'm not really sure, but let me look at the pattern. Yes, of lace weight, 437 yards of lace weight, and I had a little bit more, and I wanted to use up the yarn as much as I could. I didn't really use it all because I just thought it was enough. It was large enough, and I didn't want it to be too large where it would, I don't like a lot up there. So anyway, so I just kept, what I did for the pattern was I kept repeating the lace border. I kept repeating the lace border over and over until I just got done repeating. And so you can see, I think you can, let me see if I can show you. The lace border starts, let me see, here with the leaves, the long leaves, and that's where the lace border started. And so I repeated it several times. It was like 9 rows, and I kept repeating to row 8 because the 9th row was the elastic bind off. So I just kept repeating that to make it larger, because as you can see, it is not a huge shawl anyway. I mean, as shawls go, this is not a huge one. And if this hadn't been for a scarf, and I think she designed it as a scarf actually, maybe, I don't know how she designed it, but at any rate, she designed it as a shawl. But, and I guess you could do any section you wanted to, more, you can do more of repeats of any section you wanted to. This first section is so pretty with the leaves, and then you get to the thing. There were supposed to be more of these nups, and they were like close together. They weren't spread out like this. I spread mine out because I just didn't want so many. I didn't want so many. That was not my thing, but some of you may like them. Then there was a little bit of a pattern here, and then the lace border started, and you were only supposed to do 9 rows and then bind it off in the elastic bind off. And I wanted it a little bit longer, so I just decided to do that. That's what I did. It turned out great for me. I love it. When do I ever follow a pattern as it's written? Anyone who knows me and my knitting knows that I rarely follow a pattern. But sometimes I do. It just depends. Sock patterns I do sometimes. Sometimes I do a different heel. But I'm the original not a sock knitter. We all know that. I never like to knit socks. Put this away. And I wouldn't do it. I thought, God, why do you want to sit there and knit a bunch of socks when you can go to Walmart and buy a pack of them? Whatever. I was just, whatever. It's not about it's about the process for me, not the project. David loves socks. David will wear every sock I knit. He loves them, and he'll wear them. I've knitted him a lot of socks. I've learned a lot about it. I usually knit my socks top down. I would like to knit one toe up one time just to see if I like it. But a top down, I just don't really need to read a pattern or look at a pattern anymore. I just don't ever, because I just knit plain vanilla socks. So my hoe is this sock. And a hoe is a half object. A FO is a finished object in knitting. This is for my wig sisters, if you're still watching. And this is a half object because I only have one sock that's finished. I do the slip stitch heel for my socks, and I finally did a toe that looks good. Finally. I had trouble with toes. There's my decreases. I've had trouble with toes all along, but this one really just came out, if I can say so myself, it came out beautifully for me because I suck at toes. But I've learned a lot. Also, I'm well on my way for the next sock, and I'm working on the heel right now. And there you go. I always cast on right away, even if I do just the cast on, or if I do just one row or whatever. I always start the sock. When I finish the sock, I start a sock right away because, you know, second sock syndrome is a thing. It's a thing, just like Sleeve Island. Both of those are the same. So anyway, I'm well on my way. I'm down to the heel, and I love this. I love this yarn. This yarn, probably can't get it anymore. I'm pretty sure you can't. I got this from Yarn Cafe Creations several years ago. She's in Utah, and she's a hand dyer, and she was dyeing on 75/25 back then. Now she dyes on 85/15, I think, because I went to look at her site to see if I could get any more of this because I liked it so much. And for some reason I always get paranoid and think I'm not going to have enough to finish the second sock. I just always get paranoid, but you always do. I always have enough, and I'm going to have enough to finish this second sock. But she's in Utah, and she's on Etsy, and also she has a website, and she's Yarn Cafe Creations. Knitters will more than likely know her. All of this yarn, you're going to have to, you can machine wash this yarn. This yarn can be machine washed and laying flat to dry. A lot of socks for you wiggers need to be hand washed. And who wants to hand wash socks, people say. Well, we do it. You know, we do it. So anyway, this can be machine washed and lay flat to dry. You machine wash it in cold water. But I got it from her, and this was in the Frosted Cookies colorway. But it's not available on her site anymore. So I don't know if you love it, and you can write her and ask her about it and see if she can dye Frosted Cookies anymore. I was going to, because I was afraid I was running out, but as you can see, I have enough. And this yarn, a yarn like this will come in a hank, and then you have to wind it. And I'll show you how I wind my yarn. Most of this is for my wig sisters, if they're still watching, trying to explain what's going on. But I got some other yarn I'll show you in a minute. But I'm knitting these on 9-inch circs. 9-inch circs are my jam. I do knit the heel with 3 needles, and I leave one 9-inch circ on hold, and then I take a double point and this circ, and I just knit, because this goes back and forth instead of in the round. So I do use those 2 needles for knitting the heel, but normally I'm just on 9-inch circs, and I love them. I tell you, I think I really hated knitting socks because I hated double pointed needles. They're just too fiddly. They're just fiddly, and I don't like anything that's fiddly. And I watch TV when I knit, and you can't watch TV and do double pointed needles. You just can't. I mean, I can't. I mean, some of you whiz bangs probably could. I've knitted for 50 years, so you think I know how, but double pointed needles have always been fiddly for me, and I don't like them. So, and this is in my sorry, I saw somebody I knew. Squirrel. Anyway, this is in my cute little bag that I use for socks, and I bought this when Knit One, her name is Knit One Lasso 2, and she's still on Etsy, I believe. And when she first opened, I bought like 4 bags from her. One was, they were all kind of Texas or Western themed when she first started, but she's kind of, from what I can see, she's kind of veered away from that. She doesn't really do Texas stuff as much anymore. She does whatever, and she knits. She makes different things instead of knitting bags. She knits all kinds. She does all kinds of bags, but sadly, I've been a little disappointed because I did love her bags, and I wish she'd make more, Western themed bags. Here's the inside of it, which is very cute, and then it's got pockets. It's got pockets on the inside, which is really, really nice. And it's perfect for a sock project. Perfect. Here's the back of it. Whatever she makes, if you're interested in her, she it's very, very good quality. Very good quality. And it's got a cute little boot progress keeper on the end. So if you want to hitch this to your knitting to keep it for a progress keeper, or I just keep it on here because I don't usually hitch my project up because I'm not a blogger or a vlogger. I don't know what this is. This is I don't know. This is just to let you know what's going on here because I would never have enough content to do a vlog or a blog or anything. So that's why my channel is divided into 2 things, because I don't have enough knitting content, but sometimes I want to show my knitting off, and there you go. There you have it. So the other thing I want to show you is, now, I have never been able to knit with wool, and that yarn is wool. That sock yarn is 75-15, 75 wool, 15 nylon. So your socks always have to have some kind of stretch in them. So I thought, and I don't know what has happened, if it's her particular yarn base or that yarn base that I have there, or if it is that because I have developed the autoimmune plaque psoriasis and I take meds for it, I don't know if the meds, that helps with itching and stuff. So I wonder if that's helping with this. Now, so I bought this. This is from Angelika's. Here's this. Angelika's. I don't know who she is. Let me see. Yeah, Angelika's Yarn Store. Angelika's Yarn Store, spelled Angelika. Angelika's Yarn Store. And I wanted to try some other yarn. This is hand painted yarn, and I haven't taken this is what it comes in a hank, and I've not taken the hank out or anything because I'm going to do that. I'll do that in another video, and I'll also wind it up with my ball winder and Swift, and let you see what happens when you wind yarn. And this yarn feels warmer to the touch, and a little itchier, to be honest. So we will see if I'm able to knit with this. I certainly hope so, and if I can't, I will anyway, and I will just do it sporadically. But this has some interesting stuff in it, and so I'm curious as to what it looks like when it's knitted up. This will be a pair of socks for David because it is sock yarn, and it is, what is it? 75-25 superwash wool, 75 superwash wool, 25 polyamide. So not nylon, but polyamide. So I don't know, that's some kind of polyester, I think. It's spun and hand painted in Turkey for Euro yarns. And let me see. Oh man, I'm getting another phone call, ladies. So I will end this here, and I will see you next time.